there, Delmarva. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're so happy to see you. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and today is Thursday, and not just any Thursday, because football is back, baby!
Boom! It's back. Oh, I'm so excited.
I know. Thursday Night Football. We're kicking off with Chiefs versus Lions.
Yeah! Right here on Coast TV. Did you know that?
That's right.
7 o'clock tonight is kickoff.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
Are you playing fantasy football this year?
No.
Are you playing fantasy football this year?
No, but you are, right?
I am, yeah. This is our third year. We've got our all-women's league that my
Nice.
sister started. It's really fun. We try to keep it low-key because none of us really know anything about football, but we do know how to trash talk, and like that's the sport for us.
Perfect. Yeah, I love football. I love watching football. But when you start to get, which you probably understand, love our men out there, but when you get into the fantasy football league with the dudes, it's suddenly like if you don't know every detail about football, you're donezo.
But the thing is, that's not true because it's also completely up to chance. Like you
True.
can study and you can look at all the statistics and you can say like, okay, based off these, I'm going to pick these people. And then that guy just never sees the ball. Like it just depends on how it plays out. Like my brother is one of the biggest football fans. I mean, he played in high school. He's been obsessed with Madden. He plays and he's so into fantasy football. He has yet to walk away with a championship ring. But his guys get hurt all the time. Like, so I usually would wait until he picks his roster, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want those guys because I know they're going to get hurt.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
That's funny. I did have my niece's birthday party over the weekend, and we're all going to sing happy birthday, and I go to take a picture, and it was the best because I look into my phone, and my niece is about to blow her candles out, and in the background, it's just dudes on their laptops setting up their fantasy draft because it was, I guess, draft day.
It's intense. We threw a whole draft party. I mean,
Yeah.
my sister and my cousin made pink tie-dye t-shirts.
Okay.
Each one with a number.
Cute.
And then we rolled the t-shirts up and we had them all out. And then like, I forget if we drew numbers and like whatever t-shirt you picked up, that was your draft order. So it was really like, we did it up.
That's cute. That's cute. Well, we are going to try to not talk football with you guys because it's not our expertise, obviously, but we just thought it'd be fun if Leah and I will give our bets, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, whether we agree or disagree. So tonight, I'm going Chiefs. Leah, what are you going?
I think I'm going Chiefs too.
You
I
have
mean,
to.
they were in the big game last year,
You have
so
to.
I feel like Lions are what, middle of the road? They tend to be. I feel like Detroit's never been great.
My Detroit knowledge is down here, but my Patrick Mahomes knowledge is up here.
As soon as I was going to try and pick Pat Mahomes, he went. I was like, dang it. Somebody else got him first. So.
Well, hey, you can always keep up with us with everything lifestyle, entertainment, and now football. So just don't forget you can follow us on our socials, and you can always email us as well if you want to get into the conversation. We want to keep you updated on something else happening today, though, along with football.
Yes.
So you guys remember Zeke Clark, local 3-year-old from Lewis. A crazy, also incredible story. He lost his leg in a really tragic accident, but he's doing really well, and there is a fundraiser for him. That's tonight. It's right after Coast Life. It starts at 5 o'clock.
That's right.
It's at Funland. So fundraiser for Zeke Clark, Funland in Rehoboth Beach tonight, 5 to 9. So you have some time after Coast Life to get over there. We just want to remind you about that really great cause.
Yeah, fantastic cause and a great time. But speaking of kind of local things and local activities and keeping things to our area, you came across a story about local fashion trends or fashion trends across the states, and we were seeing like what the top fashion trends were by state.
Yes.
And one for Delaware was the knit crop tops knit tops.
Yeah, like crocheted knit tops.
Yeah.
And actually Delaware and Maryland had the same up and coming fashion trend of these crocheted tops. They're cute.
They're so cute.
They're fine. You know what I can't get behind though? Virginia's trending fashion statement, low-rise pants.
Ay, ay, ay.
We left those in the early 2000s and I want to keep them there.
Because, you don't understand. Like, the kids that are now growing up with it, and maybe they will come to understand, because I just can't imagine that much has changed in 20 years.
No.
But, like, the damage that low-rise jeans did to our psyches growing up. Because you would read these magazines and all of these celebrities that were fit, healthy-looking celebrities, and they'd be like, this person is huge in their low-rise jeans. And it just, like, it was such a wild time to be alive.
You can't wear them if you're going to go eat even a salad.
Anything.
Yes, because you get the little food baby. And I always think back, how did we even like bend over to pick something up in low-rise jeans?
All in the knees.
Without showing everything.
All in the knees.
I guess so. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Man, so Virginia, I'm not with you there. But Delaware and Maryland, you have a crochet top, right?
Yes,
it's cute.
I wore it at the Firefly Music Festival. It's
Yeah.
where I got it one year, and so I wear that back. It's a great summer top. It's just
Yeah.
it's so cute. It's so fun, and it's got great like orangey, crystally colors. Yeah.
Cute, yeah. So I can get behind that. A lot of other states, not on Delmarva, another big trending fashion trend was fringing things again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
I'm cool with that. Like fringe
Yes.
jeans and fringe tops. That's coming back.
I'll have to find them. I had this pair of like tiered fringe boots that were like my favorite thing senior year of high school.
The like kind of knockoff UGG ones. I think I had those.
I think they were more like a cowboy boot, but they were like a tiered fringe. Yeah. Oh,
I had the
obsessed
knockoff
with them.
UGG ones. We should find those.
I still have a fringe jacket.
Go off, girl. That's so fun. I love keeping up the fashion trends and seeing what's coming back around, but some things don't need to come back around.
And sort of speaking of things in the past, past trends, maybe think back to your high school days, some of those insecurities you had, because a study came out talking about adults with their insecurities. And as it turns out, a lot of the things that we still feel awkward about or insecure about are the same things that we felt awkward and insecure about back in high school.
Oh, yeah. It's so true. And when you first brought it up, I'm like, I must have grown in my insecurities. No, I don't think I have all that much. I remember being told in high school that I was loud and talked a lot. And that's
same.
Our photographer is like, yeah, you still do that. So that I sometimes
still
get
get told inside voice, and it still hurts my feelings a little bit when I'm like.
I did go to a concert recently, and you get hype, and I'm dancing and having fun, and someone was like, "You're being a little much," and I was like, "Oh." Because in my head, I'm just having fun,
And it's the worst feeling in the world, too. And it feels like, oh, shrink yourself down a little. Like, oh, my whole personality is too much. Like, that does hurt.
It does. It does. I think, too, just like physical-wise, like my hair, just because I have naturally curly hair, I never know how to do it. I will say that is something, not even a joke. I started going to Rehoboth Beauty Boutique. They know how to cut curly hair.
Yes, they do.
Just letting you know. And now I can style it anyway, so I'm feeling better about that one.
Yeah, same thing on the hair note. I remember this one girl one time, and she didn't mean anything by it, but she was like, "Oh, like, do you have oily hair?" And like now, and I was like, "No," and I still like that is something that I struggle with. But I'm like, man.
A lot of those
find a good dry
creams,
shampoo.
Yeah, a lot of those curl creams too can make it look a little greasy.
Yes, they can.
We try our best.
We do, but we've got a great show planned for you, as we always do. We know we love our moms out there on Delmarva. We've got some more mom moments to share with you.
And we have an interesting story to share with you. Have you heard of hot bedding? Would you rent out your bed? Yeah, don't miss that one. That one's pretty cool.
And if you love dance, the art of dance, and Assateague State Park, then you're going to love Ballet on the Beach. We're going to learn more about that and some other events coming your way when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, and Shell Brothers.
All right, Coast Life, think back to when you were a kid, and maybe even now. Did you give your parents trouble? Do you still sometimes give your parents a little bit of trouble?
A little guilty.
Whether it's innocent trouble or maybe a little bit intentional, especially when you're a little kid, moms all understand those moments where you're just like, so this is it. This is being a mom.
This is what they told me about, and I didn't believe them.
Yeah, because each kid is unique and individual, and so their challenges are also unique and individual when they do decide to just be creative or adventurous, and overall maybe just, again, cause a little bit of trouble. So we're doing another one of our mom moments. This is where we ask you, moms of Delmarva, to send us either some photos, some stories, some experience, even video if you've filmed one of these mom moments. We know you've caught them on camera before, of, just those moments where your kid has done something and you're like, oh, this is it.
It can be funny. It can be devastating.
Yes. For example, one that was shared on our Facebook page from Tori Parazuski, her son. He comes by it honestly because mom's an artist, and he was doing finger paints for the first time and just decided paint all over his little face there. Isn't that cute?
It's cute for us.
Right.
Because we didn't have to give him a bath afterwards.
Exactly. And then he had the audacity to act surprised that there was paint all over him.
Oh, and kids, they get it on their fingers and they're like, oh no, let me wipe it off. Let me now go wipe it on the pillow or something,
And before you know it, the whole house is blue.
Artistic. I like it. I like it. So my sisters both are moms. They have babies the same age. So they submitted some mom moments for us too. I'm going to say one is creative, the other a little more tragic for some. So my one sister's daughter, so you can take a look here, obviously adorable. Aww. She loves glasses. Do you want to know how many pairs of glasses my poor mother has gone through? Because this child loves glasses so much, they just snap.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we have kept her away from the really expensive glasses so far.
Good.
But those nice, my mom's reading glasses,
And she just
thinks it's hilarious. That's the worst part. It's not like a, oops, I did this. It's like a, ha ha ha, this is so fun. So, yeah.
the start to her evil reign.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah, so have you known kids that do that? Maybe they just love like ripping things up or breaking things?
Yeah, I mean, there were some kids that I used to babysit that, like, I think they caused trouble because they knew it would get them that attention.
Yeah.
And so, like, they would definitely, like, they'd make sure you were watching. They'd look you in the eye and then do whatever it was they were about to do, even though you were like, don't you dare. And then they'd do it.
They think it's
throw half the peanut butter sandwich on the roof or ceiling.
Yeah, they think it's hilarious. And again, it is, because it's not my glasses she's breaking. So it's funny until it's not.
So it's your fault.
Yeah. I'm like, that's hilarious.
You're giving her the reaction.
Yeah. And everyone else is like, stop it, Paige. Oh my God.
Laughing.
Yeah. This one's cute. So this is my niece who loves cat ears so much. I think she's a cat.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, you said she's what? 2?
Almost 2.
Almost 2.
So it's cute right now. Moms, let us know, at what age would you stop your kid, though, from letting her be a cat? Because right now it's cute because you're like, hey, and she goes, meow. And you're like, all right. And my sister has to explain in public areas, what, she thinks she's a cat.
Yeah, I'd have to ask my mom because I was
Yeah.
a big like imagination kid. I
Yeah.
played a lot of pretend growing up, and I was obsessed with 101 Dalmatians. That was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. And Lucky was my favorite Dalmatian.
Yeah.
So like we would go out, and I was like, she'd be like, Leah, come on. I'd be like, I'm Lucky.
Oh, God.
Like, it's not Leah, it's Lucky.
And it's probably cute until you're like getting mad at your kid. I don't know if
Right.
this has happened to my sister, but when you're trying to discipline them and they're just like, meow.
Yeah, same thing. Like when I was, Aladdin was another classic. I'd be like, I'll be Princess Jasmine, you be everybody else, and that's what I'm gonna be.
Oh, yeah, that was my thing. I was like, I want to wear high heels everywhere.
Yep.
So we love some creativity in our kids, even though sometimes maybe it's a little embarrassing for you or just frustrating, but that's what makes the world so funny.
That's life.
It's our kids.
But then you end up missing all that creative play when you get older. So,
You do. Oh, it is fun buying her like cat ears and cat tails.
that
right now.
balance of cherish it and hate it.
Yep.
it's a delicate balance.
Exactly. So I love this kind of theme we have going, by the way, because we had a mom moment recently where the kid kind of painted himself in peanut butter. Now we have kid covered himself in paint. So please, moms out there, I'm just dying to know, has there been like a marshmallow fluff incident?
Yes. Yes, and again, especially if you have caught this on camera, share it with us. You can always email us your mom moments, team@coastlife.com. You can always share on our Facebook page as well. You can just shoot right into our messages, send us a DM.
That's right. Yep. We're always going to be showing these each week. Once a week, we're going to be showing you our mom moments, just to remind you you're not alone and you're doing great.
Yes. So submit those and then stick to your couch because there's more Coast Life coming your way. You're watching Coast Life, and I honestly don't even really know how we jump into this.
Let's just throw them in, Leah. Let's just tell them what's going on.
Just jump right into the deep end because we like to keep people up to date on things that are trending, things that people are talking about.
Doesn't always mean they're great.
Does not always mean they're great. And in this case, it's certainly unusual. This one comes from she's Australian, and I think she's a reality TV star there.
Okay.
She was some sort of business person turned reality TV star, and like maybe that's why this works for her.
Oh, gosh.
And I just don't see it working for the average individual. But basically, this is what she does. She rents out half her bed per month, $631 for half the bed. Not the house, not the apartment, I believe, as far as I know.
Yeah.
$631 a month for half the bed. They're calling it hot bedding, and she thinks it's going to be, I know, the name is cringy.
The name makes it worse.
It makes it so much worse. She thinks it's going to be the hot new trend for homeowners to make extra money.
So here's my glass half full take on this. I remember, for all you young kids out there, I remember when Uber first came to light. And do you remember everyone was like, Uber is not going to take off. Who's going to get in the car with a random person? And look at us now. Same with Airbnb, because Airbnb started off as you rented a room, and someone could still be living there, and you rented their room, and same thing. It was weird, it was awkward, that took off. I don't know how I feel about this one taking off because
It's called hot bedding.
it's called hot bedding. Also, at an Airbnb, you wash the sheets.
Yeah.
like you vacuum, you maybe have a cleaning person come.
There's a little more maintenance involved.
And like it's not terrifying, like you can lock the door.
Yeah.
So
to invite a stranger physically next to you all night. And she says that it's a perfect solution for people who are lonely, just looking for company, but they do have to respect each other's space.
but what if they don't?
That's the $631, I guess.
I mean, it is cheaper than rent.
That's true.
For some places.
For a place to crash, for a place to sleep, that's, it's cheaper for that for the month. It's probably cheaper than a night in a hotel.
Yeah.
But again, like you don't know how clean she keeps the sheets.
So here's my thing. I'm not ever doing hot bedding, ever. But if for some reason I was, these are the rules I think need to be implemented for anyone doing this. There has to be like, you take a full shower before you jump in that bed.
Yes.
And you know how girls have their like body shower?
The pretty shower?
Yeah. You're doing an everything shower. Like before you get in anyone's bed, you have to sleep with like socks on.
Yeah.
And sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And there has to be like some sort of pillow wall in between.
I feel like it can only work if you have a king size bed. Like, can you imagine like you can't, anything smaller than that, you're too close.
You know what I'm thinking? So maybe, like there's like a nurse or a doctor who like lives far and they have an early place and they're like, oh, I wish I could just find somewhere to sleep. Maybe that could work for them. Again, this is me really trying to think optimistic here. Maybe that's a good option for them and they're just like, I really only need a place to go to the bathroom and fall asleep.
Yeah. I don't know if the bathroom's included in this story. It was just the bed as far as I know. I'm sure the bathroom is included, but
so
hot
many
bedding.
questions.
Would you do it? Like, would you be the one who buys half the bed, or would you rent out half your bed to a stranger?
I'm gonna say no, but I'm not judging if you are. But that just, like, I have so many questions that I would have if I'm going to go to someone else's house, or if you're going to come to mine. In this sense, there has to be a background check. There has to be a hygiene check. There has to be so many rules. Like, don't look at me when I'm sleeping. Like,
Don't look at me.
don't look at me at all. Bring your own shower towels. There's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, it's like paying for a sleepover.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I am going to feel I'm not even going to feel embarrassed. I will happily admit that I was wrong if in a year this takes off. And everyone's hot bedding it up, but
There we go. We'll check back in a year.
yeah, be careful.
Yes,
If you're
please
doing
be
this.
careful out there. But yeah, so far it seems like it's just her thing, and that's all the way over in Australia. So I don't know if we have to worry about that here yet.
Someone's probably going to do it.
Someone's definitely going to do it.
Someone's like, what are they talking about? This is a great
This
idea.
is the best idea I've ever heard. They're so wrong.
We support you in your endeavors.
You know what we're not wrong about, and it's also a great idea? Ballet on the beach.
Ooh.
It's new this year. It's coming to Assateague, and it's going to be really, really incredible. So we're going to talk to the person putting that on the way.
All right, Leah, you know this because it grabbed my attention when we were looking at the show earlier. We're mixing the beach and ballet today.
Ooh.
How about that? I know that grabbed your attention too. So with us today on the Coast Life Couch, we have Vanessa, a ballerina herself. Vanessa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Really good. So, all right, like we just said, ballet on the beach. There's a really cool event coming up that you're a part of. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Of course. So it's happening at Assateague State Park on Saturday, September 23rd. It's at 5 p.m. It's called Ballet on the Beach. It's a dance festival that combines the art of dance and the beauty of nature in one.
And that has to be so beautiful. When you think Assateague too, I think you think the beach, the horses, all of that. And mixing ballet into it just sounds gorgeous, really.
And especially 5 p.m. as maybe the sun starts to go down on the water. Like, it's just going to be such a visually stunning event. But you guys are also bringing a lot of talent to the area. Tell us about who's going to be there.
We're so excited for this lineup. We have Continuum Contemporary Ballet. They're bringing about 8 to 10 dancers will be performing on stage. Eric Trope, Maryland native. He's originally from Bethesda, but a former dancer with Miami City Ballet and Pennsylvania Ballet. He's bringing his choreography. He's fantastic. Georgina Pascaguin, she is recently retired, a former soloist of New York City Ballet. She is actually the first Asian American female to reach a top tier, so that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So we're thrilled to have her as well. Who else? Beautiful soloist from Washington Ballet will be performing The Dying Swan, and in a gorgeous white tutu, so I'm so excited to see that. And Ballet Theater of Maryland also, a couple is coming, so we're really excited.
I know that you said you're combining it with an appreciation for nature as well. There are going to be some speakers too, in addition to dancers?
Yes, there will be. So we have Megan Rode, the Assistant Park Manager at Assateague State Park. She'll be welcoming everyone and talking about the ponies. Chris Seymour, he's a retired Assateague Island National Seashore Park Ranger. He was a ranger for over 25 years.
Wow.
He'll be sharing about Assateague Coastal Trust and all of the wonderful work they do locally. And Greg Atkin from the Maryland Coastal Base Program will also be speaking to the audience.
That's great. And how did this come to be? Because this is a new event. So how did this start up?
So I grew up here locally and grew up going to the beaches in Maryland and along the Delaware shoreline. I absolutely love it. And I love seeing dance outdoors. It's such a special thing to be able to experience seeing live art, but also the movement of the surrounding environment. And yeah, it's been a dream of mine since I was a child to see dance happen at the beach.
Very cool.
That's incredible that you're seeing your dream come to life.
I mean, I think a lot of dance too is inspired by nature, especially in ballet. Like sometimes you get pieces that are meant to represent water or wind, and the movement of the natural world is represented in dance, which I think is going to be so cool. So there's a lot to look forward to. Maybe what's something that you're really excited to see?
Oh, I'm really excited to see the faces of people as they arrive and then when they exit. It's always an exciting thing to see little movements happening when people exit a performance, and you can sort of see that there's something that they're taking away that's really positive and enjoyable. We'll also have a community dance class as a part of the performance.
Oh, very cool.
And so they'll actually be members of the Eastern Shore Ballet Theater that will be assisting with that. So people will actually get to move along with the artists as well.
That's so cool.
And would you say this is an event that families could go to, people could bring their kids to?
Perfect for families. And we encourage folks to bring a beach chair or a beach towel. We'll have some towels set up as an orchestra area, but entirely free and open to the public. And we really, it means a lot for us to be able to provide something that's enriching and educational and free for everyone to experience.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than that, really.
It really does.
So could you give us the time and date again?
Of course. So the Ballet on the Beach Dance Festival occurs on Saturday, September 23rd at 5 p.m. We actually have a few pre-performance activities that happen at 4 p.m. if you'd like to arrive early. And we have our fingers crossed for beautiful weather. If we have to move it, we have a rain date that's the following day on Sunday.
Perfect. Easy enough. That'd be great. Well, we'll cross our fingers for good weather then. Because I think, like Leah said earlier, a nice sunrise or sunset behind these dancers would just be incredible.
Yeah, I think so.
Great. Well, thank you so much for creating this opportunity for everybody. I think it's so impressive that you came up with this idea.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to see everything come together. We hope that it can be a performance that happens annually. Something to look forward to.
Yes, I bet it will become an annual event. Great. Well, thank you so much. Great to meet you, and thanks for telling us about this.
Thank you so much.
And we have a little bit more to discuss with you after this, so don't go anywhere.
Carpentry, culinary arts, robotics, and fire science are just some of the things that students can participate through Worcester County's Tourism and Economics Stat Summer Camp. Though this camp is far from the norm, as students rising from 8th to 12th grade have the chance to sharpen their skills or discover pathways in trades, architecture, tourism, and technology. Worcester County's Public Schools Coordinator of Instruction, Tamara Mills, shows how the camp stands out amongst others in the area.
They really love the fact that they can do hands-on activities in the summer. You know, Summer Academy sometimes has a stigma of being something that's remediation-based, and in Worcester County we try really hard to make sure that Summer Academy is fun as well as educational, so they really enjoy having the hands-on opportunities to build things, design things, explore, so it's been really great.
Hands-on is a great way to explain the program, as each student not only is taught about their selected pathway, but demonstrates and creates projects based on their new knowledge.
So they are able to go through different pathways, such as new this year is fire science. We also have coding and robotics. We have digital arts. ag science and marine biology, culinary, which is always very popular with the students, also welding, carpentry. So it's really a taste of what the school generally has to offer during the school year, but in a camp style for students who may not have the opportunity in the school year to do those things, and to really get them to look at what do they want to do as a career.
A program that lasts 2 weeks goes further than you think, as we got to see the students put their skills into action. I even got a chance to fly the drone.
Make it take off.
Okay, it's up. It's
And
running.
then this one make your drone don't fly upwards.
This one?
Yeah, because you have to move it up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, now you're rotating it.
Okay. How do I move it into the
So you want your camera, you can see on here.
Okay.
You want your camera to face the.
Okay, and then how do I bring it back?
Though my flying skills weren't as successful as Trinity Lewis from the robotics pathway.
We're going to. Okay, wait, we gotta back up.
All right. She's backing it up,
And then we're
y'all.
gonna move up and just go through the.
Oh my God, it's so close.
And then it already went down for me. I don't know
Okay.
why. But we're just gonna go through that one. And then move up a little bit more.
These passionate students are even able to try different pathways throughout the program to see which area will be the best first step into their future. The success behind the program originates from leaders who love to see students from everywhere succeed.
Because this is funded through Rural Maryland Council, the Tri-County Council, Economic Development Office, and our county commissioners.
A program that teaches students trades firsthand allows students to have experience that lead to their future careers.
They provided the funding to do this. The program, in addition to just the summer camp, also looks for opportunities for students to do interning and apprenticeships.
So boys and girls, stay on the lookout for Worcester County's Tourism and Economic Development STAT program to bring some fun and creativity to your summer. Though the program has concluded for the summer, students can be the first to join by visiting Worcester Technical High School's website for the upcoming 2024 season.
Here on Coast Life, you know we love celebrating local art and local artists.
Of course.
That's why our field correspondent, Maya Henry, is checking out a beautiful piece of work in Selbyville. It's a mural put together by an art teacher and a couple of other local artists as well as students of this program.
So excited to check this out. Let's take a look.
The arts have been around for as long as we can remember, shaping the minds of those young and old, bringing uniqueness to our communities and the world we live in. And a person who embraces the arts is Jackie Bates, chair of the Arts and Culture program, who shares the impact of arts on children throughout their everyday lives.
It's a part of a national program. Youth Art Month has been going on since 1961. Wow. And we decided the visual arts and good art education is so important that we started by hanging pictures in the library, and with each year it grew bigger.
Jackie's passion for the arts allows children to have an outlet and express emotions that they feel day to day.
I'm passionate about it because through art, children can express themselves. They are free to do it without any stipulation. 2 + 2 is 4, and this is exact. Art is exact, but it isn't. It's an expression. And what it does is it shows who they are, what they're envisioning their environment to be.
Marking its 20th year in March, the program focuses on children of all backgrounds, ranging from K to 12th grade, combining both culture and art education to engage diverse ideals and creativity.
This mural that you're going to see is a representation of the value of art in the culture of a community, and you will see how it depicts the people and the products, and I think it's just very exciting.
Lori Hall, a visual arts teacher with a passion, coordinated a mural within the Philip C. Shaw Elementary School, dedicated to the history and community of Selbyville.
I really wanted the students of Philip Shaw to understand their community and where they come from. You know, not everyone is from here. I'm not originally from the town of Selbyville or even the Eastern Shore, and a lot of our students aren't as well. They come in from different areas, other countries, and I really wanted to give them a sense of community. You know, we may not have come from here, but this is where we all are. This is where our families live and work, and where they're going to grow up.
As we stroll down the hall, the Hallway of History uses art to encapsulate the events, people, and businesses that make Selbyville a remarkable and historic town. Lori collaborated with artist John Donato, who designed the mural. Students from Philip C. Schau later painted Donato's designs, resulting in the finished historic Hallway of History.
We have the dinosaurs, who were our first inhabitants, and then we kind of move along to where the town of Selbyville got started. You know, we were big in the chicken industry and the strawberries, and that's kind of what the town was known for. And it kind of follows that along with growth as you come down to the end of the hallway and circle back around to the right side of the hallway where we really are today and what is happening in the area.
A mural that symbolizes the Selbyville community couldn't have come to life without many important individuals, including former Secretary of Education, Dr. Susan Bunting.
So myself and the artist John Donato kind of together and brainstorming. We brought in a team of teachers and local community members and historians. Kelly Klein from the Selbyville Library was a huge part. She's grown up here and then, you know, contributing all of the different knowledge from the Townsend Building and the library. We had many different locals and their families contribute artifacts that we had on display. And then we also actually had the family of Philip C. Schau come from all over the area and the country even to join us and kind of give their knowledge about where our school started. So it was really cool.
Arts make the world go round, allowing many to showcase and express emotions using creativity. Combining education and the arts has a lasting influence on children, as creativity serves as an outlet for them to navigate throughout their lifetimes. There's more Coast Life on the way.
All right, Coast Life, you know what time it is because check it out. We're spilling the tea. It is that day of the week with our friends at the Spice and Tea Exchange on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. They're always helping us spill the tea. So before we spill it,
what are we drinking?
Let's check it out. I've been so excited for this one. This is mocha mushroom herbal tea.
Now, see, I've heard a lot about like mushroom coffees, but I haven't heard as much about a mushroom tea. Very interesting.
And I love the smell.
Yeah, it smells really nice. It smells like kind of earthy, but also you smell that mocha. So it's gonna be. I'm excited to try this one too.
This might be one of my favorite smelling ones. Yeah. Don't let the mushroom fool you. All right, so this has, I can't even pronounce some of these yummy looking things. Cocoa shell, cocoa nib, licorice root, cocoa powder, cinnamon, mushroom, all that good stuff.
Sounds like a winner, especially as the seasons change.
That's right.
Speaking of, they have a spiced chai tea that I've been obsessed with for some time, and I've been adding a little bit of it into my coffee in the morning.
At the Spice and Tea Exchange.
From the Spice and Tea Exchange, yep. And it's fantastic.
Okay, so we'll have to try that out next too.
Yes.
Alrighty, well I'm gonna start to spill the literal tea here.
Alrighty,
we'll try
and
it
I'll
out.
start spilling our figurative tea. How about that? The drama tea.
I cannot wait to hear it.
We know that weddings, people get a little crazy at wedding season. Yeah. So this is from a disheartened bridesmaid, I guess, is what I'm going to say.
Bridesmaid drama is always good.
Oh, isn't it? It's always rich. So here we go. This person writes, I was delighted when my sister asked me to be a bridesmaid. I know this is something she's been wanting since forever, and I'm happy for her. It all started going downhill, though, when she began hinting that the other bridesmaids need to start covering their tattoos. She says, my sister has a tattoo, and she's going to cover that as well. Reason being, her in-laws don't like tattoos. They don't like people with tattoos.
Oh, come on.
They're also asking the girls to cover up, head to toe. They don't want anything hanging out.
Okay.
But the actual reason that the sister dropped out, she says, the reason I dropped out is because she's pushing us into completing an exercise plan in order to lose weight. She says, my sister is a very skinny woman, while the rest of us are kind of big. I feel bad for dropping out when she needs me the most. I know that this is what I signed up for, and the bride is always right, blah, blah, blah. Now she's mad at me because she has to find another maid. What do we think?
It's very obvious how I'm feeling here. But first, let me take a sip of this tea.
A sip of this.
I need to bring it back
You need
down.
to center here, yes.
Before I get mean, yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, that's almost like a good dessert tea, you know, that mocha flavor.
The aftertaste of the mocha, I'm very happy.
It's a new favorite tea.
This is banging.
This one's joining the club.
Ooh, see, now I'm in a much better mood to talk about this tea. So here's the thing with what you just told us.
Yes.
So she said in there, the person who wrote in, the bridesmaid, you know, I know this is what I signed up for. It's not. It's not what you signed up for, okay? As someone who's been a bridesmaid a lot, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, until next year, you hear me? But like, I've never been asked to lose weight or cover something up or anything. And then, I mean, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. Hey, what color are we wearing? Is there a certain style of dress you want me to wear? Maybe I get it for like religious things. I know some churches you can't have the shoulders out or whatever, so that makes sense. But what up, girl? Like,
as soon as, and this is something that I hear, it's a common story that you hear where bridesmaids are asked to look a certain way or be a certain size for the wedding, and I can't. Or even if a bridesmaid loses more weight than the bride, then that also like can send the bride. And like, that's not why you have invited these people to partake in your day.
Right.
They are there to celebrate you, the love of you and your person, and even for her to say that like, I know this is where my sister needs me most. It's not.
No, this is silly. And to say, I'm gonna judge the in-laws real quick too. To say that like, I mean, I get it. Covering up a tattoo, if that's what you want to do, do it.
Sure.
I know lots of girls who love their tattoos, but maybe just not for their wedding day. That's fine. But to say that your in-laws don't like people with tattoos,
Tattooed people.
you're being a little ridiculous. But you're marrying into their family. What do you think they're going to do? See you have a tattoo and kick you out?
Right? I don't know.
I want to know, this is the other thing. I want to know, where's the husband in all of this? That has made the bride feel so like looks and all of this matter so much.
I know.
I'm getting fired up again.
I know. Yeah, weddings, man. They make people go batty.
Yes. Being there for your sister is great, but you have to do what's best for you and your own mental health and your own self. So go to the wedding, have a good time. But if this is just being too much.
And that's not to say either that like maybe if she kind of comes back around, the bride, if she realizes all of these requirements are sort of silly and asks the sister to back into the wedding party, you can always say yes again too. Like that's
I don't
not
think
unreasonable.
It's a deal breaker. No, we were talking about this actually before, not on camera, but there have been brides who have told bridesmaids, don't get pregnant before my wedding, don't dye your hair a certain color.
Like, who are these friends? These people are supposed to be your friends. You can't tell your friends these things.
No, this is silly. So look, weddings are stressful. We get it. We're not trying to be mean to you, girl, but just take a deep breath. Love life. You get one day, hopefully one wedding. You're not gonna look. Who even has pictures of their bridesmaids up in their house?
It's honestly like, it's so funny. My parents, I mean, they've been married. They just celebrated. They're in the 40 years of their wedding anniversary, and I mean, they have their wedding photos in a photo album that's somewhere in the closet in the house. I mean, part of it because, you know, the 80s, the camera quality wasn't quite as good, but. And nobody's just taking the time to digitize them, I guess. But like, there really aren't that many photos of their wedding day in our house.
Same.
And I think that's common. You know, you get your one really great photo, and like maybe that's the one you blow up and you hold on to. But now I think with social media, that's kind of where wedding pictures tend to live. And so it's not.
Yeah, my parents' Labor Day just celebrated their 30 year, and same, I don't think, we have a lot of pictures in the house, but there's not one wedding photo with the bridal party in it.
Yeah, the photos aren't going to be the thing that people look back and remember. It's going to be the party, it's going to be the celebration, it's going to be how much fun everybody had at your wedding. So make it fun, don't make it any more stressful than it already needs to be.
That's right, we're here for you, both of you, the bride and the bridesmaid. You guys are going through a lot. We're here for all of you on Delmarva, though.
Remember your sisters, all right? Love each other.
Exactly, yes, that's a good point. Don't ruin it over a tattoo.
No.
Silly. All right, keep sending us your tea. Again, I just want to give one more shout out because Spice and Tea Exchange knew what they were doing with this. Ready? Write it down. Mocha mushroom herbal tea.
Yes.
Don't sleep on it.
Do
it's
not.
Delicious. All right.
All right.
Oh, cheers. We'll be back for another Spice and Tea Exchange. Spilling the tea. You can always email us, team@coastlife.com with your drama. Right now, though, we're going to do something else. So we'll be right back.
Spill the Tea was brought to you by the Spice and Tea Exchange of...
All right, Coast Life, before we let you go, a couple quick reminders for you. Don't forget, in just a couple minutes, that fundraiser for Zeke Clark at Funland in Rehoboth Beach, it starts. You have until like 9 p.m. though till it ends.
Yeah.
So take your time, maybe just hang out a little longer, go after dinner, but really important fundraiser, Funland. Rehoboth Beach for Zeke Clark, 5 to 9.
Yes, you get to hold on to summer just a little bit longer.
Yes.
Until things transition over to fall.
Yep.
Fall is football season.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Thursday Night Football kicks off on Coast TV tonight.
And I'm trying, which no one cares about, every football Sunday, I'm going to try to make a new soup. So I'll keep you updated on my soup trials.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
Soup and football.
Yeah, I don't know what the soup is going to be this week, but if
Got to figure it out.
anyone cares, I'll let you know.
I do care. of
Thank
course.
you. Thanks, Leah. And of course, the Chiefs game tonight, 7 is kickoff.
Yep.
That's right here. So you can really just like sit on your couch, watch Coast TV News, go to Funland, come home, watch the Chiefs game.
Yep, just post up.
You're welcome.
Night full of local entertainment and, of course, football to end your night.
That's right. We planned your whole evening for you.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Not a worry.
No.
But unfortunately, it's about that time for us to head on out of here.
Yep.
Again,